Good evening. This is Magic, the Newsening Gatecrash Special, your home for fair, balanced, and counterbalanced reporting, and we're your #1 source for Gatecrash news. I'm Reuben Bresler, and these are our top 8 stories. The planeswalker with top billing this time around is the whip sword-wielding Russell Crowe lookalike Gideon, who has moved to a nice one-bedroom flat in the Foundry District and taken up championing justice while in Ravnica as part of the Boros Guild, which means it's probably a good time to check in with real-world Ravnica.
This is the story
of several planeswalkers. I don't even want to do this.
Who come to Ravnica
and find out what it's like when people stop being polite
and start being real.
Hey, can I get a mind grinder?
Large spark trooper for me.
Water, please.
Oh, bro, check it out. I'd like to tap that if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I'd destroy that tapped creature.
Nice one.
Yeah, I sure would like to put the top 10 cards of her library into their graveyard. Yeah, I gotta bounce.
I don't get that guy.
The story of Gatecrash furthers the intricate plots set in motion by great minds of Ravnica like Niv Mizzet Draco Genius, Lazav Dimir Mastermind, and Mark Gottlieb. Gatecrash continues the saga of the city plane of Ravnica and will answer many of the unanswered questions left by the first set of the block, and leave some to be answered by the final set, Dragon's Maze. Questions like, with all the various creature type crossovers, how do the Simic reproduce? When did the Orzhov ship in all these thralls from fallen empires? Where are all of the male angels, and why does Niv Mizzet have a maze?
Maze.
Just like in Return to Ravnica, Gatecrash will feature 5 new guild keywords, and so Guantanamo, Leftovers, Over 9,000, Release the Hounds, and Babymakin will be joined by Leech Seed, Joey Pants, 3 Dudes Seriously, Inukchuk, and Miracle Grow. Unless, of course, you're from Louisiana, where Evolve will instead be called Intelligent Design. Which leads us nicely into the nickname update Gatecrash Edition. And if you want to join in on the nicknaming fun too, you can. Just use the hashtag GTC Nicknames. Let's get started, shall we? Clan Defiance is Branching Ball. Ogre Slumlord is the Rat Pack. Whispering Madness is a Mighty Wind. Biovisionary is Agent Smith. 5 Alarm Fire is Chili Time. Duskmantle Guildmage is Millhouse. Syndic of Tithes is Nilla Wafers. Frontline Medic is the X-Men. Diluvian Primordial is Space Ghost. Blind Obedience is Yes Ma'am. Merciless Eviction is
Execute Order 66.
Undercity Informer is WikiLeaks. Simic Keyrune is Mr. Krabs. Gyre Sage is Pump and Dump. And Murder Investigation is correctly named. That concludes the nickname update, Gatecrash Edition. The In Contention podcast, of which I am a co-host, along with Nook advocate Matt Cranny Cranstuber and Raven lunatic Joey Pasco, got a preview card for Gatecrash, and we were honored to have received Gruul Charm this time around. Gruul Charm may look like the ugly duckling of the charm cycle, but keep in mind that when you think subtle and nuanced, you think Gruul. The Gatecrash pre-release events took place over the weekend, and Star City Games even held a 2-headed giant special event that doubled the prize payouts for the participants. Because nothing tests a Magic player's skill like finding a friend with $20. Once again, players were allowed to use their pre-release promo cards in their sealed decks. Players who chose Orzhov for their guild were more than thrilled by this. And finally, some smart folks have discovered that Wizards of the Coast has inserted a secret coded message into the flavor texts of the guild gates in Return to Ravnica and Gatecrash, after figuring out that certain letters in the flavor text were raised by a few pixels. When decoded, the Return to Ravnica flavor texts read, "The Guilds of Ravnica," and the Gatecrash ones read, "Will destroy each other," and the Dragon's Maze ones will read, "Be sure to drink your Ovaltine." Well, that's all the newsening for this set release. I'm Reuben Bresler, and remember, don't feed the trolls.